Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is gonna be kind of like a hard video for me to do. It's a sit down video and I don't know why today I just woke up. I woke up in a good mood. I started my Saturday by working out, then after getting ready. So now here I am filming a YouTube video for you guys, and I've been thinking a lot, and as many of you guys know, my life these past couple of months have not been easy. I feel like my whole life has not been easy, but these couple of months have been the hardest. I feel like for me, mentally. If you guys have been subscribed for a while now, then you guys know what has been happening in my life recently. But I feel like in order to kind of talk to you guys about how I feel, or kind of for it to make sense, I kind of need to go back all the way to the beginning. So I wanted to share with you guys my story, and hoping that maybe some of you guys get inspired. Maybe it can help some of you guys. I don't know. I just feel like I need to kind of share my story with you guys. So I was born July 8, 2000. Before that, my oldest brother, well, the brother that came like before me, he was 10 years old. So my parents, they were not expecting another baby after 10 years. And they were actually, the doctors actually said that I was gonna be a boy. So the whole time they thought I was gonna be a boy. Like I had a baby shower, like boy themed. Everything was for like a boy until the day that I was born, obviously. And I don't know how my parents' relationship was before I was born, but I'm guessing it wasn't the best. It wasn't good. It wasn't a healthy relationship, loving relationship. When I was born, basically what I know is that my father left the house. So I never had my dad growing up. This picture right here is probably like one of the only pictures where I see my dad and me as a baby. That's probably like the only picture that we have, or I have, of him being a baby with my family. So I basically grew up with my mom, the best mom and dad ever I could have ever gotten. Basically I was able to like sleep with her in the same bed. I grew up with her like a very close relationship because we were together all the time. We did everything together. Like my brothers and sisters were all way older than me, so like they had their kind of like their own life going on at this point when I was born. And then, well, my dad left the house, so my mom was a single parent, and we just were always really close together. She worked really hard. She was a worker at a packing house, and she loved her job. She was so proud of what she did. I remember one time she got home and like she was so happy because they had like promoted her to like something else in the same packing house that she had been working for like 20 years. She worked at this packing house for like a very long time. She was just in love with her job. She was always happy. She was always close to God. She took me to church every single Sunday. She always showed me nothing but love. No violence, no bad words, nothing like that. It was just pure, true love. I honestly feel super blessed that my life started like this, because I feel like my life wouldn't be how it is today if it wasn't for everything that has happened to me since I was a baby. So I never really got to see my dad, and my mom never really talked about him, neither in a good way or in a bad way. I never really felt the need to talk about him, or to kind of, as I got older, I'd never really felt the need of a dad. And I don't know, I never, how do I say this? I've never felt what it would be like to have a dad in your life. I don't know how other people that grow up with both of their parents, how it is. Like I really don't know how it is, but at the same time I feel like I didn't need that father figure in my life to be happy, to be successful. My mom did it all for me. She was way more than enough, and I thank her for everything she has done in my life. She is my biggest blessing, and without her I wouldn't be anything. I wouldn't be the person I am today. And I honestly thank God for the way my life happened, because I was able to have the biggest blessing, which was my mom. Spending time with my mom 24/7 when she was not working was just the biggest blessing that could have happened to me in my life. And and it literally, like, I learned everything from her. And I don't think that our relationship would have been the same if my dad was still in the picture, because then I wouldn't be able to, you know, spend as much time with her, like sleeping together or going grocery shopping, going to the remate, to the farmer's market, I don't know, just doing all of these things. I don't think it would have been the same. And I don't hold any grudges against my dad, because I don't know how he felt. I know life is hard. Now I'm 21 and I know life is hard, and I know that mental health is very important, and I don't know how his mental health was. I mean, I know that he did do drugs, he was in drugs, so that was a big issue why they separated. That's what drove him to be the person that he was. If you have a family, if you are growing up, if you are a teenager, any stage in your life, just don't do drugs. But like I said, I don't hold any grudges against him, because I know that's not healthy for me, and my mom never wanted me to have that in me. My brothers and my sisters, we talk to our dad, yeah, not on a daily basis. I don't, honestly, like sometimes I don't even think about him, that he exists, until like a long time. I'm like, oh wait, like my dad, like he's in Mexico, so he does not live in this country. He's not in this country. He comes and visits here and there, but he just comes to work and then he goes back. So I don't really have that relationship with him. I never knew what it was like, but I did know what it was like to have such an amazing, loving mother, somebody who raised me to be loving and caring for others. Like, I can't even finish, like, I can't put it into words and explaining like how much love she showed me, and how many things she taught me by taking me to church and just showing me nothing but love. Then at the age of 13, I was in 8th grade. I remember this clearly. I was walking home from school after school, like I always did, and my mom had gone to work that morning. And so it was after school, and all I see is my sister, Anna. She parked by the school, and as I was walking home, she was like, get in the car, you know, we're going here. And then in my head I was like, okay, why is my sister picking me up? Like, she's working, my sister has work too, she has her children, her husband, like I am supposed to walk home. Like, I don't know why she's picking me up. And in the car, it was also my brother, and they were really serious the whole time, and I was like what's going on? But I didn't want to ask anything just by the look of their face. I was like scared to ask, until I heard my sister got a phone call while we were driving, and it was about my mom. I just heard like, oh, she's at the hospital in Fresno and we're on our way over there. So we started driving. I didn't think I was gonna cry making this video, honestly. So we were driving to Fresno, and you know, in my head I was just thinking like, oh, maybe she fell and she broke her hand, like it's nothing big, you know, she's gonna be fine, she's gonna be fine. And so we got there. They didn't let us see her until like 11 p.m. like that night. So we got there like around, I don't know, 4 p.m, 5 p.m. to the Fresno emergency. And they didn't let us see my mom until like 11 p.m. for like about 10 minutes. But the whole time I was in the waiting room with the rest of my family, just waiting to hear news about my mom and to see how she was doing. When I finally got to see her, I saw her. She was paralyzed from her neck down. She couldn't move. A lot was going through my mind. At this point, I didn't know what was gonna happen to me, because like I said, I did not have a father figure. I was like, okay, my mom is in the hospital, like what's gonna happen to me, you know? And so my mom was laying there in the bed. She was paralyzed. I learned that this was called a spinal cord injury. So she had fallen off of a ladder at work. She injured her spinal cord, which caused her to lose her sense and her movement from her shoulders down. And so that night I had to go back home, and I spent the night at my sister's house. So my mom stayed at the hospital. Obviously she couldn't come back home, and I stayed with my sister, Sam's mom. The next day, I believe we went back to the hospital to go see my mom, and at this point she was in the ICU, and the doctors gave her very little chance of even surviving, even being able to breathe through her nose. They told her that she was gonna need like a trachea to help her breathe for the rest of her life. So that meant if she got a trachea, that meant that she wasn't able to eat through her mouth or drink through her mouth. She was gonna have to be fed like through her stomach. So we were very concerned. Well, I was 13 years old. At this age, I didn't really know much about anything like this. It was all very new to me, but I know my mom, my family, they didn't tell me everything in detail until after, but they were very concerned, and my mom didn't want that for her. Obviously, she was super strong. She tried so hard to like not have the need for the trachea. The doctors were so rude. They were so negative. They told her that she would not make it past the 3rd day if she didn't get the trachea, and she was like, I don't care, I'm gonna keep trying to breathe on my own. And she kept trying to breathe on her own. By like a week, she was able to kind of bite a little bit of food. She was able to like drink some water, so she passed the test. Like she was able to drink water and eat a little bit. So after that, they were like, okay, we're not gonna put the trachea, we're gonna see how you do like this, and we'll go from there. So she was at Fresno Hospital for about a month. After the month, we were able to fly her to Houston, Texas, because it was like a really good rehab center. It was like number 3 in the nation. So we did everything we could to send her to the best of the best. So we went to Houston, Texas, to this rehab center where we were hoping that here in this center she would come out walking, come out with some movement, because she was still not able to move. So we took her there. We were there for like about 2 to 3 months. So basically in 8th grade, I missed 8th grade for like 2 to 3 months because I was in Houston. Here at this rehab center, they kind of taught us how to take care of her. She was gonna need a lot of caring for, how we were gonna have to deal with things on our own once we came back home. And so they were very supportive in helping us learn how to take care of her, learn all of these new things that we never would think of before, like checking her blood pressure, doing exercises, basically like repositioning her in bed, how to change her properly so we wouldn't hurt her, so like change her clothing, and how to like sit her on the chair, how to get her from the chair to the bed. So we learned all of these things, and at this point we were all really happy because she didn't need the trachea. She was not able to move, but at least, you know, she was alive, and we were all just very united in order to take care of her. After the 2 months in Houston, we came back. We didn't get what we wanted. She was not able to kind of get any movement, but you know, she was alive, we were alive, we were all taking care of her, we were united, so that always kept us happy and strong. So after that, we came back to Fresno, and we put my mom, well, she had to be in a rehab center in Fresno because this was the only center that kind of dealt with spinal cord injuries. We live in a very small hometown, so there was no centers near us that would take care of her disability. We also did not have a home accommodated to her. My mom and I, we lived in a very small apartment, and obviously she was gonna need so many new accommodations. Like she was gonna be able to go up through the stairs, she was gonna need a ramp at her house, she was gonna need a big living room to like drive her chair in, and she was gonna need her own like shower, personalized showers. So we didn't have any of that. Our only option was to take her to Fresno to a rehab center where they were gonna have all of these things she was gonna need. She was in Fresno at this center for like about 4 years. I want to say 4 years, 3 to 4 years. And at this center, she was very happy. She was we would go visit her every single day. One of my brothers and sisters was there with her, so through the week my brothers were usually with her or my sister, and then on the weekends I would go with my other sisters. I was only able to go on weekends because obviously at this point I was in high school, so I had school Monday through Friday, but Saturdays and Sundays I would go spend my weekends with my mom taking care of her. So this was all throughout high school up until my junior year. We were able to get a house finally, which is the house that we live in right now. My junior year in high school, we were able to bring her home, and she was able to come live with us here at the house that we have now. At this house, she obviously had a big living room. She had her own room, her own restroom, so we were finally able to accommodate to her, and we were still taking care of her every single day because obviously she needed 24/7 care. So we were taking care of her every single day. So now I'm 21, so this was when we were 17. I was 17 and now I'm 21. So we had been living in this house for about 3 years, and through the span of this time, like I said, we were always taking care of her 24/7, never left her side, tried our best to keep her healthy, alive, to keep her from getting bruises, just taking care of her, taking her to her doctor's appointments, taking her to church. Obviously throughout this time she was always in pain. That we could not change. We could not change the pain that she had through these 8 years that she was in a wheelchair, but we were able to love her and take care of her. That is what really kept her going. Her kids' love and care was what kept her going through these 8 years of pain, not being able to move, being in a wheelchair, being in a bed. So imagine being paralyzed for 8 years, not being able to feel or move. She was the strongest person anybody could have ever known. Anybody that met her was like amazed about how strong of a woman she had been her whole life. She got to meet Richie. Her and Richie like got along so well, and Richie was able to ask my mom for my hand before she passed away. And so yeah, we got engaged and she was able to be there through that special moment, and so she was very happy for us. And I feel like she knew that Richie was gonna take care of me. Obviously we had been living through this pandemic for like 2 years. In November 11, 2021, my mom did pass away. She got sick from COVID and her lungs were very strong because she had no movement, therefore she had no way of getting like all of her things that she had in her lungs out, like all the mucus and stuff. She was not able to like cough it out because her lungs weren't as a like healthy person, you know, they weren't as strong. So she also was having a lot of respiratory issues. Her oxygen levels started to go down, and you know, we had no other option but to take her to the hospital. We tried everything we could at the house. We got an oxygen machine. Shout out to Suli if you're watching this. She gave us an oxygen machine which allowed us to keep her at the house for longer days. So she did, we tried everything we could at the house. But despite everything we did, her oxygen level kept dropping, and at this point we had no option but to take her to the hospital. Before she got COVID, we had been going to her doctor's appointment. She was not doing very good as it was. But like I said, she always remained positive, always remained strong, always remained faithful to God. And she was always just so happy despite all her like health issues, and that just amazes me. I cannot explain how of a strong woman she had been throughout her whole life, especially her last 8 years of her life. Always suffering but always so happy and positive. If you guys have seen our previous videos and you saw my mom, she was always very happy, smiling, positive, and that was her. No matter what, she believed in God, and that's what kept her happy. We know she went straight to heaven because it's unimaginable and unexplainable, the person that she was. As many of you guys know, after her passing, I did do a couple of videos kind of like showing her novenario, which is a 9-day rosary that we pray for her. And so now it's been about 2 months since her passing, and it has been very hard to accommodate to the fact that I don't have her to take care of. So as you guys know, I had been taking care of her since I was 13 years old up until now 21, and I've always felt like my purpose in life was just taking care of my mom. Like that was my purpose in my life, and she was my purpose. She was what kept me happy, because at the end of the day, she was my purpose. At the end of the day, I was taking care of her. At the end of the day, I was making her happy. At the end of the day, she was there and she had me to take care of her. So of course I had YouTube, I had TikTok. I had been doing TikTok and YouTube since 2020. So it's gonna be 2 years now that I've been doing TikTok and then YouTube. of course I had that, and I also was a college student at Fresno State, and I'm super thankful my mom also got to go to my graduation. So she was there for my graduation. She was there through the most important moments in my entire life, and I cannot thank her enough for going through those things, no matter how much pain she had. But yeah, I always had TikTok and YouTube, but nothing mattered, because at the end of the day, my biggest purpose was my mom. And so I almost felt like TikTok and YouTube helped me a lot with kind of taking my mind off of the fact that my mom was in pain, and I couldn't do anything about it. Like, that was the only thing that kind of freed my mind a bit. Obviously, I've also been close to my family and having my fiance by my side throughout this whole time. So I did meet Richie when I was a freshman in high school, and he's been super loyal, unconditional to me, and that's why my mom knew it was real, you know, and she gave him permission to marry me. After her passing, it has been really hard to find my purpose now, and that's what's been like making me, at the end of the day, like a little bit sad. I don't think I've really gotten to the point of being depressed, because I don't think I've ever known how that feels like, just because, I don't know, I think God and just the person my mom was, I've never really felt like depressed, because I had my mom with me the whole time, and taking care of her was just my strength. Like, I felt like I was doing something good in life, like taking care of my mom. I felt like I couldn't be doing anything better than that. And so like now, I feel like it's been a little bit hard finding my new purpose in life. So I've been doing a lot of thinking, and I feel like this past week, these past couple of days have been so much better for me, because even though I don't show it through social media, it is hard. It's hard not to see my mom, not to talk to her, and it's just so different, like going from taking care of her 24/7 to like not having somebody to take care of. It's like such a weird feeling, and like such a like, what do I do? Like, I feel useless right now. Like, I don't know what to do now. And so it has been like a process of kind of getting to where I know what I need to do in life. And so now, as you guys know, I started substitute teaching, and I really enjoy it, because it gives me a purpose to wake up every single day, and it gives me something to look forward to going to look at the faces of these students every day, knowing that they're going knowing that they're going through so many things in their life. Through COVID, I know it's making it even harder for them. I was a student once. I was a little girl. I know what they feel, and I know what they need. They need somebody to care for them. They need somebody to love them. Yeah, they might just be in 3rd grade. They might just be 3rd graders. But that doesn't matter. They have feelings. They need love. They need care. And when you see that one of them is more needy, it just breaks my heart. But being able to go every day and try to make their day better just gives me purpose in life. Knowing I'm there for them 7 hours a day, trying my best to be the best I can for them. For me, I feel like if I have somebody to care for, to take care of, that just fulfills my purpose, I feel like. And so these kids have helped me so much. They don't even know it, but they have. And just continuing to be close to God
and continuing praying and continuing being close to my family, continuing being close to my fiance, my sisters. I love them, thank you. They're literally the best. But I do think that it mostly has to do with yourself. You can have everything in life, but if you're not like genuinely happy, you won't be happy at all. So I feel like that's one of the things my mom left, one of the many things my mom left me, was just a positive mindset. She was such a warrior that like little things can't faze me because I've been through it, and little things in life don't stress me out, don't faze me. It's just kind of like trying to live up to her example that stresses me out. Not stresses me out, but makes me like I need to live up to her example. And just finding my purpose, and I think that slowly I'm starting to find that purpose again by doing what I love, being the best substitute teacher I can be, and in the future, you know, a teacher. YouTube, TikTok, I love spreading positivity and just kind of showing my life to others and hopefully inspiring. I know a lot of you guys text, DM me on Instagram or comment on my YouTube videos that you guys are so happy to see like how much growth I've done, and you guys now want to become substitute teachers or teachers, and you guys are being inspired, and that is my purpose, to inspire people, to show people that there is more to life, that being happy is not that hard when you want to truly be happy. Staying close to God and your family is the best you can do in your life, and just spreading love to others, that's what's gonna make you happy. Those things are what's gonna make you happy. Not money, not drugs, not fame, not materialistic things, but being a good person is what is gonna make you happy. And I feel like lately I've been so much happier. Learning to just live without my mom has not been easy, but it's getting better. I feel like obviously I miss her so much, but I know that that's life, and I know she's in a way better place, and all I can do now is do what she taught me. And I know I did everything I could to help my mom, to love her, to take care of her. Now it's like it makes me feel a little bit selfish that now I'm gonna like actually live my life, because I was not able to do many things. Obviously I had to always come back home to take care of her. When I went out with my friends, it was like for like 5 hours. After that I had to come back home, so taking like even 2-day trips was like impossible for me. And now it makes me honestly feel a little bit selfish that I'm able to do that. But at the end of the day, I know that she would want me to be happy, and she even told me that one day I was gonna have time to do all these things. And now that that time has came, I'm learning how to do it. And these tears are of joy and just like feeling proud and feeling all the love. I don't know, it's like a lot of different feelings, but it's a lot of different feelings that I'm like, I feel, I don't know, but yeah, you guys, thank you guys so much for helping me, because you guys have helped me find my purpose, find my happiness in life as well. I love doing what I do. I love being a teacher. I love doing YouTube. I love doing TikTok, and I love you guys. I love my family. I love God. I love my fiance. I love my mom. I'm always gonna love my mom. And yeah, so that's how I've been dealing through these past couple of rough months. Just staying close to my family, to God, finding my purpose in life. I feel like I'm slowly finding it, and I'm finding myself again.
learning how to adapt to these new changes in my life and not feeling sad about it. I don't know if this made sense, but I hope it did, you guys. And thank you guys so much for listening. If you made it to the end of this video, please leave a heart and a praying sign so I know you guys listened to the whole story. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video, and I love you guys so very much. Thank you guys for supporting and joining me in this crazy ride of my life. And yeah, thank you guys. Bye.